The way to the finals, but in recent times they've struggled. They've not been beyond the quarter-finals since that win in 2004 and have exited at the group stage in 2 of the last 3 Africa Cup of Nations. Two sides are out then. As always, it is time for the national anthems.
Et maintenant, l'hymne national Verde.
Well, a tremendous noise inside this stadium with only a capacity of 5,000. The concerns about the pitch have been pretty much waylaid after it held up pretty well in the opening game between Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Can Cape Verde do it again? Can they make it through the group stages for a second consecutive time? They were the surprise package in their first ever appearance 2 years ago in South Africa, making it through to the final 8, but they're up against Tunisia, a side that is tried and trusted and playing in their 17th Africa Cup of Nations. Here's the 11 that will kick off for Tunisia, starting 11 that contains 6 home-based players: Ayman Abdennour, Wabi Kazri and Jamal Saihi. Viewers who are familiar with French football will recognise those 3 names. Given the group they're in, Tunisia will be hopeful of making it through. It really is anybody's group, this one. Zambia, DR Congo, Tunisia and Cape Verde. The opening games could be absolutely crucial, especially given that Zambia and Congo have already shared the points. Here's the 11 for Cape Verde, an 11 that contains at least 2 of the heroes from 2013. Stopera and Halden, who scored crucial goals. Halden even has previous against Tunisia. He scored against them in the qualifiers for the 2014 World Cup. 4 of the squad are based in Portugal. The only African-based player is the goalkeeper, Vogina, who plays his club football in Angola. Now, these 2 locked horns as recently as those qualifiers for the 2014 World Cup. Tunisia won the group and sent Cape Verde out of the competition, but it wasn't without its controversy. Although Cape Verde on paper lost the 2 games, they originally defeated Tunisia by 2-0, but the match was awarded to Tunisia because Cape Verde fielded Fernando Varela, who should have been suspended following a sending off against Equatorial Guinea. A silly mistake to make, because had that match not been overturned, it would have been Cape Verde who progressed to the next round of World Cup qualifying and not Tunisia. The 2 captains, alongside the referee for this one, Eric Arnaud Castane of Gabon. A number of this squad remains from South Africa for Cape Verde. Had a strange warm-up before this competition. They actually played games in successive days against Congo and Equatorial Guinea on the 10th and 11th of January. A 3-2 victory against Congo was followed by a 1-1 draw against the hosts Equatorial Guinea. When it comes to qualifying, nobody does it better than Tunisia. They are the only team at this Africa Cup of Nations to have competed in every tournament since 2000. In fact, they're playing in their 12th successive Africa Cup of Nations finals tournament. Last time they didn't qualify, you have to go back to 1992, and since then they have played in 2 finals, losing to South Africa in 1996 and 2-1 winners in the North African final against Morocco in 2004. Cape Verde all in blue, colours that we became so familiar with 2 years ago as they tore up the record books in South Africa and shocked everybody by making it through to the last 8. Ayman Matlauti, the goalkeeper of Tunisia, winning his 44th cap tonight, 30 years of age, plays for the famous Tunisian club Etoile du Sahel, and at the moment is considered one of the best goalkeepers in Africa. Slight delay before kick-off. Looks as though we're lacking a ball at the moment. Assistants checking the netting and that everything is in place. Well, it's certainly a quaint venue, this one, but the atmosphere absolutely tremendous. George Lakins and Rui Aguas, the 2 men in charge. George Lakins, one of 2 Belgians who will be coaching sides in this competition. Paul Put, the other Belgian who, of course, guided Burkina Faso all the way to the final 2 years ago. And he's here again with his side, beaten yesterday, though, by Gabon on the opening day. So Tunisia against Cape Verde from the Nuevo Estadio de Abebien, day 2 of the Africa Cup of Nations 2015. It is Tunisia against Cape Verde. Wayne Boyce to take you through the action. Delighted to say alongside me is a veteran of 3 of these competitions, former South African international Quentin Fortune. And Quentin, we were talking before kick-off about the North African challenge just hasn't been there in the last couple of years, but given the draw and given the hopes for Algeria, there's a chance for Algeria and Tunisia to really make a mark this year.
It's featured, well, done well in the tournament, as you mentioned there. I can only think it comes down to the lack of players playing in Europe. I always tend to say that the more African players play in top clubs in Europe, the better for the national team, and that's the only thing I can think of. But Zambia have proven me wrong. They won the tournament with the majority of players playing at home, but hopefully they can change that in this tournament.
Well, that has been the beauty of the Africa Cup of Nations in recent times. Are the stories. Equatorial Guinea, remember, making it through to the quarterfinals in 2012. Cape Verde, shot quarterfinalists 2 years ago. And as you were talking about, that victory for Zambia, going all the way under Hervé Renard and lifting the trophy. Header away by Matlauti for Tunisia. Terrific turnout again from the locals here in Equatorial Guinea. A real bonus that they're hosting this competition. Of course, Morocco were supposed to. They stepped in at the 11th hour to host it for the 2nd time in just 3 years. Heavy challenge by Matlauti on Kuka. An early free kick for Cape Verde. They'll certainly be taken much more seriously this time around, Cape Verde, than they were 2 years ago. Varela is forward from the back. Gege in there as well. Plenty of blue shirts making a nuisance of themselves here. Free kick across. Oh, it's off the post from Fernando Varela. Oh, the whistle has gone. It's a free kick to Tunisia. But the player who was guilty of playing when he shouldn't have done and cost Cape Verde a big victory against Tunisia in the World Cup qualifiers, very nearly popping up with the opening goal, Quentin.
Oh, it's a great ball. I think it's for Babanco, but just sloppy defending from Tunisia there. And just unfortunately couldn't, he tries its target, but it's the post, but a great ball, I have to say, put in the danger area from Babanco.
Back with Vagina. What a bright start that was for Cape Verde. Almost in front, inside 2 minutes. There it is again. As you say, they were asleep there, Tunisia, defensively. He's got to score that, hasn't he?
Oh, they just want to hit the target, but he doesn't get everything on it. He doesn't get a clear head on it, but I can only sympathize with him as his defender.
Held him with the ball in. And then gathered by Matlauti. Really bright start from Cape Verde. Tunisia 4 times have qualified for the World Cup as well, not since 2006, which was the last of 3 successive qualifications. Never gone beyond the group stages at world level, though. Free kick for high foot by Saihi. Tunisian throw. Saihi. Over on by Nater towards Akaichi. Dangerous ball across, just too far ahead of Monke. Cape Verde get it.
That will get into the box, but I have to say good play there from Tunisia.
They were almost taken aback by the bright start that Cape Verde had made. Kaichi's ball across. One of those dangerous ones in between defender and goalkeeper.
Oh, it's a nightmare for
Cape Verde had made. Kaichi's ball across. One of those dangerous ones in between defender and goalkeeper.
Oh, it's a nightmare for defenders, those ones.
Cape Verde free kick. Now Babanco. In towards Kuka. Now Nate. Free kick for Tunisia. On Stefan Nate. One of the Tunisian-based players, plays for Club Africain. He was French-born in Troyes. So many French-born players now who ply their trade at international level with Algeria and Tunisia. Nate. Chikawi. Akaichi dispossessed by Stopira, though. Tunisia have the throw. Just stem that early flow, haven't they, Tunisia? That Cape Verde came flying out of the traps at them.
I have to say, like I said to you before, I'm surprised the likes of Gary, Ryan Mendes is on the bench, because they're playing Europe, playing for Elche, playing for Lille, and
options on the bench this time, Cape Verde, that perhaps they didn't have a couple of years ago. A surprise, as you were saying, Rodriguez and Mendes not involved. Vagina just about keeping. It's too far ahead for the chasing Akaichi. Saihi. Now Ben Youssef. It's getting a bit of joy down this near side. Ahmed Akeshi. George Lakin's watching on as Tunisia have themselves a corner. Wabi Kazri will take it. Deep delivery by Wabi Kazri, the header back across. Well dealt with initially by Giannini and then fired well over the top by Jamal Saihi. Problem here for Stopira. There's a touch of confusion, by the way, before the game with the players' names on their jerseys bear no resemblance at all, do they, to what is actually on the team sheet?
I think that's why I'm probably so quiet. I'm still trying to figure out who's who.
Stopira, for example, his name is Yannick Tavares. Here's Nate. Ben Youssef back to the goalkeeper, Matlauti, who sends it long. On by Monset. Stopira seems to be moving okay now. Perhaps he was just winded slightly. Rui Aguas, former Portuguese international, 10 goals in 31 appearances. The 54-year-old, former coach at Estoril and Vitória Setúbal. Playing career that took him to both Benfica and Porto. Verde looking to break with Babanco. Heavily influenced by Portuguese football, Cape Verde, as you would expect. They only gained independence in 1975 from Portugal. Here's Kalu. Stopira running into Matlauti. It's a throw for Tunisia. As we expected, very little to choose between the two teams so far.
Oh, it's always the case. First game is always cagey, trying to figure each other out, and nerves creeping in, and just players trying to do the job properly at the beginning of the first 10-15 minutes. And I'm sure as the game goes on, you'll find more gaps, but at the moment it's very cagey.
A strong challenge on Akeshi. It's a free kick for Tunisia. In fact, it was Monser, the player, who was taken down. Tunisia hoping to break the mould of North African teams generally struggling in the Africa Cup of Nations when it is in Central Africa. Clear foul right through the back of the calf on Babanco. Babanco, one of those who does play his club football in Portugal for Estoril. Once Portuguese league's top scorer was Rui Aguas in the 1990-91 season. 4 Portuguese titles. George Lakin's won just 3 caps for Belgium. He's 65. Former Belgian coach and Algeria as well. Vastly experienced. He took Belgium to the 1998 World Cup. Vozina. Header by Abdenor. Throw for Tunisia. Louty over it. Doing along this time up towards Monset. First time shot is well off the mark. Vogina unperturbed. Seen that a couple of times now from Tunisia, where the ball has just fallen down on the edge of the area and the shot was well off target.
Yeah, you just got to try and get his technique right there, and it's not an easy technique to get right, because it's bouncing, and when you do hit it right, it goes in the top corner. But unfortunately, couldn't get it right there.
That's good pressure on the ball. Free kick though for Cape Verde. Nuno Rocha, the player fouled. There's Louty for Tunisia. Space here maybe now for Akaishi. What a shocking cross that was.
I'm going to say it's a bubble at the pitch, because that's what players tend to do, you know. You have a look at the pitch and, you know.
Well, the excuses are ready made in this tournament as well, with all the complaints about it.
Yeah, and the altitude, that's my next excuse for you, so yeah.
It's the instinctive look down at the divot, isn't it? 13 minutes gone, 0-0. Best chance of the game coming in the opening minute from Fernando Varela for Cape Verde. And Yusuf Seda for Tunisia. Babanko out to Helden. Strong challenge on Helden. The referee waving play on though. Carlitos getting the cross in. It's gathered though by Eamon Matluti. Still holding his shin. I'm not surprised, Helden. A heavy challenge on him, but the officials electing to play the advantage. Now Wabi Kazri. Malou. They cross in. Wabi Kazri, I think, was getting ready to wind up for one there, but Stopira heading it out for a throw.
It's a free kick. I'm surprised the referee hasn't. I understand he wants to play advantage, but
well, he's shown Wabi Kazri the yellow card for that challenge belatedly. I suppose in a way it was good refereeing then, wasn't it?
Well, he gave him the yellow, but I thought the free kick would have helped as well.
Yeah, yeah. I thought he got away scot-free though at one point. But clear yellow card.
Yeah, there's no need for Kazri to dive in. He's nowhere near to the goal, so.
Cross in, they're queuing up for it, and the header is beaten away. Akaishi with the head down, and Vogina did well to react. But Cape Verde were sleeping there defensively.
It's just a clip into the box, and looks offside to me, but he still got to react to the referee's whistle, but he does well to get the header down, and good goalkeeping.
I think it would have counted, but you're absolutely right. He does seem ahead of the defensive line, doesn't he, Akaishi there? Out of controversy had that gone in. Cross into the centre. Oh, Helden was waiting to pounce from Stopira's ball. It's pretty open at the moment. Both teams having chances. Here's Kazri. Gege across. That chance again. What seemed like an offside position. Decent header from Akaishi. Did everything textbook, didn't he? Head it down, but Vogina did well. Helden. Tunisia back in possession though. Chikawi. Now Kazri. Wabi Kazri again. He tried to get some curl on that, didn't he? But it was well off target in the end. from the Bordeaux midfielder. Effectively, it was 1-1 each in the World Cup qualifiers. Tunisia beating Cape Verde by 2-1. Verde winning 2-0 away. It's carried out of play by Giannini. Finished third in their group 2 years ago, Tunisia, behind Ivory Coast and Togo. 3 ahead of their North African rivals, Algeria, which was their only victory, a 1-0 win in that game. Draw with Togo and a defeat to Ivory Coast, seeing them out. The story of Cape Verde was in the qualifiers when they incredibly knocked out Cameroon 3-2 on aggregate to qualify in the playoffs. Here's Kuka. Giannini ahead of him. And Kalu. It's a big roar whenever Cape Verde are in possession. I think the neutrals are cheering on the underdogs here. They're only really underdogs historically, though, because on paper there's very little between them.
No, this is typical Cape. Well, this is from what I remember last time when I saw Cape Verde play. I mean, they like to knock the ball around and have possession of the ball, and for the first few minutes it's just been kind of direct football, but now this is a bit more like them.
Stoppera's ball in, cleared by Abdenor. Stoppera's header. Now Kuka going for goal and forcing the save from Matlauti. Cape Verde upping the tempo and beginning to cause problems for Tunisia.
That was a good shot from Kuka, yeah. But there's no pressure on the ball, there's no one closing him down, so you wouldn't expect him to have a shot there, but then I have to remind myself it's the African Nations Cup. Players shoot from everywhere.
Taken short, here's Helden. Plenty of blue shirts in the centre, and the cross just finds the grateful hands of Matlauti. Goalkeeper who really made his name in the CAF Champions League in 2006 with some standout displays. Etoile du Sahel. Zaihi. And Neter. Malou. Space again on this near side for Tunisia, but poor cross gathered by Vogina. A lot of Tunisia's good work is coming on this near side.
That was a good ball out, but like I said, there's no pressure on the ball, so you expected him maybe to put in a better cross. It's just, for me, it's just lack of quality at the moment, but I can only come down to nerves, and the further the game goes on, you'll see players relax more and play their own game.
It's overhit by Carlitos.
But I do like the number 5 from Cape Verde, Babanco. I remember him from last time. Good left foot, great composure in the midfield, and
2 more years experience at international level as well. 40 caps for Babanco now. Cameroon was the story of the qualifiers last time around. This time it was Congo's win against Nigeria. Here's Kuka. Helden in the centre. Kuka looking for Helden. Cleared away well though by Ali Malou. Do attack with great.
Starting to gain momentum and confidence to get more into the game, and slowly starting to create chances.
Stoppera. Nuno Rocha. Gives away the free kick. He's been involved, Wabi Kazri. Up a yellow card for a midfielder. Has a decent international scoring record, 6 in 13, and has scored in his last 2 international games, matches against Algeria and Egypt, as part of Tunisia's warm-up. It does seem incredible that Egypt aren't here again. Record winners of this competition, the only nation to win 3 in a row. Those 3 wins followed Tunisia's victory in 2004. But no North African semi-finalists even in the last 2 editions.